Capricorn, it's Marley from the Energy Boutique, bringing you your November energy forecast. First of all, just want to thank you for tuning into your November energy forecast. It's been a wild time, especially through October, through eclipse season, and the chaos and the confusion, but the clarity is also coming at us in the month of November, so we definitely have that to look forward to. I am going to recommend that you go ahead, you listen to the November energy forecast that I put out there, where I get to go into a little bit more depth and detail about some of the Astro Events taking place, because it will give you a little bit of a bigger, brighter picture on what we can expect for the month ahead. But my Capricorn friends are deep in their dark season. Of course, your birthday is not that far away, and 3 months prior to our birthday, things kind of slow down. Things become a little bit more introverted. We become a little bit darker, a lot more kind of to ourselves. We move into reflective mode. And of course, the October that we just had, Scorpio season that we're currently in, is definitely adding an extra layer of wanting to keep to yourself, an extra layer of kind of hidden realm emotions, motives, passions, and desires. There's a lot going on in the inner realm, but of course, you have a beautiful poker face, so nobody in the outside world would even know that you are going through a whirlwind storm of emotion and thoughts inside of you. So coming into November, first of all, we have a lot of building to do. We have a lot of new projects to get off the ground. Yes, we are smack dab in eclipse season. We definitely will not be sorted out until after the eclipse portal closes. But eclipse season is definitely bringing a lot of attention to what it is that we've outgrown, what it is that is old, what needs to die, what needs to be let go of, as far as particular versions of ourselves, old ideas, old desires, old parts of our lives, our reality. And of course, many of us having to go through some pretty particular tough love life lessons in order for a true transformation of self and of our realities to actually take place. So we are kind of still in the wild card energy coming into November. And we have a first quarter moon taking place in Aquarian energy right off the bat on November 1st. And that is definitely going to put us at a time of action, a time of an aha moment where new ideas, new inspirations, a new vision, and a new dream is finally downloaded within us. We're starting to put the pieces together on what it is that we want to pour our time, our energy, and our attention into. We do still have to kind of expect the unexpected, just because the eclipse energy, of course, is still very much at play. And we had that new moon partial solar eclipse in Scorpio energy, October 25th, which opened up this eclipse window. And that particular energy for you would have likely put you in a position to kind of contemplate what new hopes, new dreams, new wishes, new visions, new desires, new goals you actually want to focus on. And I think that for the most part, it's coming into a realization for my Capricorn friends, because many of you have outgrown and become very bored with particular circumstances in your life. I feel like many Capricorn friends are uninspired, unmotivated, finding it very hard to find a passion project, a new meaning, a new purpose to really pour their time and energy and attention into. And life has just become about the roles and the responsibilities, the tasks and the chores. And my Capricorn friends get lost in that, because you're very good at sorting things out and getting things done, but tend to ignore the emotional realm, especially where new dreams, new goals, new passions, and desires are concerned. So on November 8th, we have the full moon, total lunar eclipse taking place in Taurus energy, because of course we started this Taurus and Scorpio life lesson back in November of 2021. And we had a certain beginning, a brand new chapter that likely got initiated back at that time. We had a little bit of an adjustment period, an adaptation period, if you will. Things got heightened in May of 2022. And now we are like particularly finding a comfort zone in the changes and transformations that we've been going through since November of 2021. And this particular eclipse season is kind of giving us the storyline, the climax point, where it is that we're wrapping things up, because of course we will be jumping into a brand new life lesson in 2023. So this full moon total lunar eclipse in Taurus is taking place at 16 degrees and will be highlighting your fifth house. So your fifth house is your heart chakra. And your heart chakra is not only about love in relationships, it's not only about happiness and joy and pleasure that you find in your life and in your environment. It's about the level of creativity that is easily or not so easily flowing through you. Because you're in your dark season, because I think you've fallen out of love or out of alignment with a lot of the passion projects, the missions, the purpose, even your career, we really do kind of have to peel back the layers around that heart chakra to see what it is that can actually excite you again. What kind of spark and excitement and life force energy can we bring back into that heart space? Now, the Taurus energy wants us to give birth to something, wants us to create something new, wants us to bring something new to life that will give us a stable foundation to build off of for the years to come. And a lot of it is stemming in our skills and in our talents that we've kind of been sleeping on because, again, my Capricorn friends put so much time and energy and attention into completing their roles and responsibilities, their tasks, their chores, especially where the career is concerned, that there's not a whole lot of spark, of excitement, of life force energy left over in order to pursue passion projects. But that is the 100% needed focus for my Capricorn friends right now in order to bring some excitement back into your realm. So this Taurus energy is definitely showing you where you kind of got to rearrange a couple of things, especially in your routine, especially in the way that you share your talents, your skills, your energy, your attention with the people in your realm. You know, Taurus energy, very focused on relationships. And of course, we just came out of Libra season that kind of had our energy exchanges in our relationships out of whack. Scorpio season should be highlighting for us who and what needs to stay and who and what needs to go. And I feel that this full moon, which should be illuminating for you, where it is that some things need to end in order for new things to be kind of created. This has a lot to do with what captures your spark, your attention, your excitement, your passion, your desire from here. Now, it could be a relationship that you want to kind of initiate. Maybe, you know, you're definitely feeling the want, need, and desire to partner up, to connect a little bit more intimately with the people that you're already sharing your life with. But a lot of the energy that I feel Capricorns are going through right now is a transformation of self and a transformation of what actually brings a sense of happiness and joy and stability and safety to your life. And a lot of that is going to be illuminated to you under this full moon eclipse energy by figuring out what it is that no longer makes you happy, what it is that you're no longer aligned with, what it is that no longer brings a sense of mission and purpose and excitement to your life. And I think a lot of it is just removing the blockages in your life, especially around your creativity. Because again, I don't feel like many of my Capricorn friends have the time, let alone the energy, to create the space outside of work and outside of the roles and responsibilities to the home and family, to have the space to tap into that creative flow and those creative juices. So you're definitely going to feel a shift around the 8th, but you likely won't know what this new idea is, what this new project is, the new hobby is, this new heart activation is, most likely towards the end of November. That will become a little bit more clear for you. So on the 16th, we have Venus, the goddess of love and beauty and worth and pleasure and money, who just ruled over that full moon eclipse in Taurus. She's moving into Sagittarian energy. Now, this is going to be in your 12th house because, of course, you are super close to your birthday. Venus moving into Sag energy, we have a little bit more pep in our step. We're feeling a little bit more optimistic, a little bit more confident. We have this want, need, and desire to kind of bust out of our comfort zone and explore the world that we weren't open to. We're definitely kind of challenging ourselves and our beliefs, what we think is actually possible for us. We're starting to see the big picture kind of form and come together a little bit. But Venus is very focused on, first of all, her self-worth and her self-esteem. And a lot of my Capricorn friends hesitate to do their passion projects because they are lacking that self-confidence and that self-esteem. Venus is also very focused on, what is worthy of her time, her energy. What does she really value? What is most important to her? And, through Scorpio season, we've seen Venus kind of examine where it is that our deepest, darkest desires are. And we kind of recognize within our own selves what our deepest, darkest fears were as well, because they're likely blocking us from going after what it is that we truly want. There's a lot of vulnerability coming up for my Capricorn friends. And in the 12th house of the hidden realm, our spiritual realm, our soul realm, the 12th house is also where our unconscious thoughts and feelings and memories are coming up to trigger and activate things in us that we haven't thought of or processed in a very long time. That 12th house is showing us what needs to end in order for there to be a space for new beginnings to take place. And because Sagittarius is a fire energy, there's a little bit more pep in our step. We have a little bit more boldness and bravery and courage to kind of, bust out of the comfort zone and at least explore the possibilities outside of what it is that we've ever allowed ourselves to even contemplate. And I think that Venus moving into Sagittarius energy, especially where there is going to be such a concentration for you in this 12th house as we move into Sagittarius season, this is definitely going to test your beliefs, the beliefs within yourself, beliefs within the greater, grander plan of the universe, what it is that's actually possible for you. I think that a lot of this is intertwined with the lack of self-confidence that you have and the unawareness and the lack of credibility, if you will, that you give to yourself when it comes to seeing how talented you actually are. So I feel like this is going to be a true realization of, the parts of you that you got to kind of squash in order for there to be a space for you to kind of tap into this brand new life force energy and create something new and exciting for yourself to pursue. On the 17th, we have Mercury entering into Sag energy, which again is going to be in this 12th house for you. A lot of intuitive thoughts will probably lead your pursuit in initiating new projects and new ideas, new goals, new visions for yourself. But there's a lot of unconscious thoughts that I think are blocking my Capricorn friends, a lot of pain, a lot of trauma that you probably haven't even acknowledged, mostly because you don't want to dabble in the emotional realm. You'd prefer to be productive in doing something and taking action and seeing the rewards for that in your physical realm. But Mercury moving into Sag is very to the truth, very straight to the point, very blunt, if you will. And I feel that there is a cold, hard truth that my Capricorn friends need to be slapped with in order for you to see your position in life and where it is that you need to rearrange your energy as far as your focus and attention goes. Again, my Capricorn friends put too much worth, too much value into the dollar, into the work, into the career, and just kind of deplete your life force energy through something that is kind of, I'm going to say, expected of you in those particular roles and responsibilities, instead of actually creating a situation, a path, a dream, a goal, a vision that you're truly inspired to actually see come to fruition and come to life. So you'll likely be having a lot of very powerful ideas, powerful, I'm going to say, negative narratives come up in your head in order for you to kind of switch that narrative up and rewrite the script into something more encouraging, more supportive, more confident in the way that you can kind of allow your inner realm to support you being able to initiate something new just for you, something that you can keep to yourself, something that, you know, you're inspired to pursue, that you don't absolutely need recognition for out in the outer realm of the public eye, if you will. On the 22nd, we have the sun moving into Sag. So your 12th house is lit up. There's a lot of endings, a lot of beginnings, but a lot of this is the unconscious internalized dialogue that you have and that you have constantly on repeat. You have a lot of power, a lot of control, a lot of authority to create anything. You are the manifester of the Zodiac. However, your negative narrative really, really blocks a lot of potential, a lot of opportunity for you to feel the amount of power that you actually have to create different elements in your life. The sun shining a bright light on our own truth, on our own path, our own direction, on our own capabilities, our own talents, our own skills is going to show you where it is that you're the one that actually blocks your blessings. You're the one who actually diminishes the opportunities in your life because of the negative narrative and the a little bit dismal perspective that you actually have about yourself and about your skills, your talents, your resources in life, and your ability to actually create something that you don't need recognition for. You know, Capricorn energies are always out in the world doing their part, doing way more than other people. And in the workplace environment, you love to be praised. But when it comes to passion projects that you like to keep close to your heart, that you're just kind of doing to make yourself happy, you really don't need any of that praise. But the praise has to at least come from you. And your internalized dialogue right now, your inner narrative, just isn't supportive, isn't confident, isn't really seeing the strength and the power that you actually have to create beautiful things in life. And so I feel like because this is a 12th house issue, there's a lot of unconscious patterns, dialogues, behaviors that need to come into your awareness in order for you to kind of cut them off, clear them out, and have a space for the new energies to be anchored in that you will definitely be receiving when your birthday hits. On the 23rd, we have that new moon in Sag, also in the 12th house. This is a bright light on the path, the focus, the direction that you want to take. And by this particular point in the calendar, you would have gone through a lot of realizations on what narrative needs to die, what actions and behaviors need to be let go of, where it is you have to have a little bit more structure and discipline in your life, in your routines, in your habits, but mostly in the way that you speak to yourself. For somebody who's such a powerful manifestor and somebody who has so much wisdom and knowledge and support and encouragement to give other people, you really suck at doing that for yourself. And if you would start speaking to yourself in a way that you are used to speaking to other people in that encouraging tone, I think you'd be blown away on what it is that you could actually create in your life and accomplish, and the opportunities that you could bring to life, and you know, some of your own personal goals be checked off that list. But again, until you get very clear on what it is that you want to do and what it is you want to bring to life, you're going to be stuck just doing the tasks, the roles, and the responsibilities that other people set out for you. It would be very, very nice for you by the time your birthday rolls around to step in a new placement of power and authority within yourself and really make a to-do list for your own personal goals, especially where your creativity is concerned. On the same day, on the 23rd, we actually have Jupiter that rules over this whole Sagittarius season go direct in Pisces energy. So Jupiter is about growth and improvement, about blessings, about abundance, about beliefs. And while retrograde in Pisces energy, it kind of gave us a little bit of time to reflect and reconnect with our higher selves, with what is meaningful, with what is purposeful, with our dreams, with our wants, needs, and desires to bring certain elements to life. And now that Jupiter is going to be going direct, we're going to be able to actually take action and make things happen in our physical realms to kind of mirror back to us what it is that we've resolved within ourselves. And this actually rules over your third house. And Capricorn friends have been going through this growth, this inner improvement in the internalized narrative since 2021, when Jupiter moved into this third house. And Jupiter wants you to really challenge your beliefs about yourself, about your skills, about your talents, about your abilities. He's also challenging you to be a little bit more confident, a little bit more clear in the way that you speak, not only to yourself, but in the way that you project and explain your thoughts, your ideas, your emotions to other people. Jupiter is definitely going to show you when he goes direct in Pisces energy in this third house, where it is that you really do have to allow your intuition to override your intellect just for the moment, because your intellect is what creates the negative narrative and the roadblocks that prevent you from actually pursuing the dreams and the visions, the inspirations that you have in your inner realm. And by allowing your intuition to kind of take the lead here for a second, you're going to be able to kind of cut through the bullshit that you've been telling yourself and preventing yourself from actually moving on, from actually improving yourself, from actually like crossing some of the desired vision and dreams and goals off of your to-do list. And I feel like this is going to be a huge, huge time for you to allow the creativity to start flowing once again. I feel like the creativity kind of got snuffed out for you back in April and May of this year, and you've just kind of had your head down doing what you got to do to get through the day. Now, with this reconnection of spirit, of self, of creativity, you really are going to have to align with your heart space once again and really just kind of allow that the vision and the dreams that you get downloaded with in your mental plane to lead the way, because as soon as that intellect kicks in, you start speaking fear into the dreams that you're actually excited to pursue. So a couple of messages that I will leave you with, a lot of it has to do with finding a stable place for you to operate from, which is going to be a hard thing to do, seeing that we are going through a reinvention of self and we are going through a very tough transformational time right now. But what I will say is get very clear on the options or opportunities that even excite you just a little bit. I feel like, my Capricorn friends, you got to start small. Let's just try to figure out what excites you, what brings a little bit of a spark back. Put those options down, put those choices down, and look at how you can make a little bit more time in your every single day to incorporate things that don't have anything to do with your job or with your money, with roles, responsibilities, that allow you to have a little bit more fun, a little bit more of a creative aspect in your life, tapping into maybe old hobbies that you don't have time for anymore. It's time to start building a foundation and drawing the line between your to-do list, your tasks, your chores, where your career and your life is concerned, and your to-do list as far as creating a space for you to be creative, for you to align with some of the ideas that you really need to pursue for your own happiness. I feel like it comes down to recognizing that, yes, I know certain commitments, certain obligations are expected of you. I know that, my Capricorn friends love to do a good job of whatever it is that they're doing, but the perfectionism element kind of sucks the life force energy out of you. Even when you're doing something enjoyable, you're on the negative narrative of, are you doing it right? Are you doing a good enough job? Is it perfect? What are other people going to think? And that's really killing the vibe. It's killing the mood. And this is why I say you should be creating a little bit of space in your life to allow the free-flowing energy to be able to come out of you without worrying about what other people are going to think or what other people are going to think of it or say about it or whatever. And that's why I say, it's important for my Capricorn friends to have a to-do list, a personal to-do list that they don't have to share with the world, just for them, for their enjoyment, for their happiness, for their particular energetic and emotional outlet. I feel like a lot of my Capricorn friends are coming to the particular point in the calendar because you're in your dark season where you feel like you're trapped, where you feel like you're so discontent and unsatisfied with your life, and you almost feel like you're being backed into a corner because you don't know what kind of options and opportunities you would prefer over the ones that you're currently stuck in. Now, that's okay. That will be a developing situation, and you will see many, many ups and downs and topsy-turvy changes from now until your birthday where that is concerned. But also just try to remind yourself that you're not trapped into anything. You only feel trapped because you don't want to disappoint people. You don't want to let people down. You also don't want to make a true life change in your life and then regret it later. So it comes down again to that internalized dialogue where you let your intellect kind of suck the joy out of anything that could even remotely bring a little bit of happiness, excitement, and joy to your life. And so, just take a good look at where your beliefs are making you feel trapped, where the narrative that you tell yourself is limiting what you think is actually possible for you. And take a good look at the things that are essentially sucking the energy out of you as far as your roles and responsibilities go. And really ask yourself, are you trapped in that? Or are you trapping yourself in that because of what you think other people may think if you chose to walk away from said role and responsibility? This is absolutely a time to mind F yourself. In this 12th house, this is your unconscious self. This is the hidden realm of your thoughts and your emotions. And nobody knows the depths of the darkness of your mind better than you do. So set up a trap for the darkness to get trapped up in so that you can kind of look at it, examine it, acknowledge it, integrate it, flip the script, create something better so that you actually can take the power, the control, the authority that you have in life back. So Capricorn, I hope that was helpful. I hope that you resonated with some of the messages that you heard here today. And if nothing else, I hope that you just are a little bit more mindful of the way that you speak to yourself, about yourself, the way that you perceive yourself, and just try to adopt a little bit more of a friendlier narrative and speak to yourself in the way that you would absolutely be there supporting and encouraging a friend. I hope you have a beautiful month. We'll talk to you soon.